Okay, what I found out here was this one here is very inaccurate, very insensitive, and this one here is very sensitive. Now these are both supposed to be half-thou increments. You can see right in here. So the problem is this one here, it sticks, it's very notchy, and it just doesn't really repeat very well. This one here, you barely touch it, it moves a bunch. You can move this thing a lot real easy. And this other one here, you have to move a long ways to really do anything. It's very insensitive. Now it is a lot longer lever, but you'd think it would have some sensitivity when it's real long like that. But it just doesn't seem to be very well. It's very notchy. I had it on the hole here, and you rotate it, and you'd be 2 thou different than when you blip on it, go back, let it come back and reset. It'd be 2 thou different on that gauge. If those are I don't know if those are 1 thou increments or what the hell they are. Anyway, it was a thou line and a half. It'd be different. Versus up here, I moved it 2 thou, and that thing only moved it like half a thou on that gauge. It just wasn't very accurate at all. So anyway, so I went ahead and re-indicated this in, and I'm just above this hole where I did it. And we were 1/10 here, and I think we were 1/10 on that one the other way too. But anyway, it's back more or less where I started. Excuse me. So I'm going to go with this indicator, not this damn thing. This thing here I'm going to have to play with to see what they are. It acts like these increments are not 1 thou, they act like they're like 5 thou. And when you're trying to work to within tenths, 5 thou increments don't help you any. So not very happy with this tool. It's better than nothing for doing real deep holes where you don't have access to with a regular indicator, but it does not surpass a real indicator. And that is not a really good indicator either. That's a piece of crap one. Well, not total crap, but it's just it's a copy of a test, which should be a good one, but I don't think it's a real one. I think it's a copy of one. Alright, so we'll go ahead and ream the hole now. So shouldn't have any problems from here, I'm assuming. So we're just going to do a quickie here start, make sure it all goes good, and then we'll come back after it's done. We did a long video before. Oil in here. That up there. And we know it walked over about 2 thou or 3 thou when we did this. Actually, yeah, probably at least 3 thou walked over. Alright, let's see what we got here. We're going low speed. It's over here. So we're at 58 RPM, real slow. Just like before, it appears to be heavy. There it is right there. There's light. Leverage is bad right now. It's going to yank on it pretty hard. Steady pressure. Steady cutting, see? It's relatively hard material. So it's not dead soft, let's just put it that way. And we're doing a pretty good cut too, as you can tell. Putting a lot of body weight into this. Moving about twice as fast as I did on the other one. Nice steady weight on it. Drop a little bit as you see there. Alright, well you get the idea. We're almost halfway through already. We're going pretty quick. Alright, we'll be back. So we're boring this hole out here. I was hoping this would be my last pass, but not sure. Doesn't sound like it's cutting around yet, so it's not shouting all around the whole hole yet. Except for this one at the bottom. Too close to actually see the hole, so the top. I don't think it's quite clean right back here right now, but it's hard to tell. Oh well. Trying to measure with a bunch of chips in the hole doesn't help either. Wipe it out. I can't get my thumb in there, so using the side of my finger, which doesn't work too good. Alright, feels like I got most of it out. Alright, so we don't want to be more than 50. What we got? 57 is what we had before, I think. 54 right now. It's over there. Over here. 52, 53. Alright, come on. I'll put down something. 55 over there, so it's definitely big on that side. 55. Don't really want to go too much more than what I got. Don't have a lot to work with. I'm thinking that's going to be good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this over and see what we get. See, right now I can't even clear the damn thing. I didn't go up high enough when I set this up, so I'm right on the edge of this stupid thing. I guess the best way is to go sideways. Put this thing over here, I can measure it. Looks like it was cleaning. It's definitely not boring on that side. You feel chatter marks on this side, and over here you feel screw type threads of the reamer. You can see the color change starting right here between chatter and no chatter. Right about to here is where I feel chatter and it goes away. So, thinking that hole's not quite round yet. So if we go right on the edge of that machined area, measure that. Probably had that 52 number out we came up with before, which is the actual true hole size. 51 that way. This feels our big way. Here's what we're getting on that. One advantage of having zeroed out, you know where you were before. Tenth is close enough. Now if I cheated and pulled it out a little bit, a couple of tenths ain't gonna make no difference. Let's see, that is negative. If I leave a couple tenths negative on the one side, a couple tenths that way. This one here going that way, so that's another negative. Negative 2 tenths that way. That's going to cut this direction. I thought I was at like an 18 before, and we're right there now. We're going to cut this thing out, but I'm assuming the bit wore and we bored the bushing out with the other one, so that's why we're getting a difference in size right now. So that's 3, that was 5. So if it doesn't cut oversized, that's 4 thou more. 52, it's 56, that's too much. Right there. 21 I can live with. That should put me right at 55. If it cuts a little big, it'll be 56. Which I can still live with. As long as I go over 58, I'm alright. Even 58 I can live with a little bit. 61, yeah, that still would work. 53. We'll go that extra one. Three-quarter more. Okay, let's see what we got this time. We hear a consistent chatter. We're good. Not a consistent chatter. Cut, non-cut, cut, non-cut type thing. Not the noise I'm looking for. See how fine the chips are. Chips look correct for a 4 thou pass. Couple thou wall. Alright, it's going to be a while to get this all the way down. Do that. Okay. All cleaned up now. So I went ahead and honed it. I never did clean up that bad spot. So you can see it right there, I think. And when you're honing it, it's definitely out around at the top of the hole. Gets round down at the bottom. I didn't hone it any more than I had to because it's already getting pretty big, I think. So the last one I think we did was a 58, as I recall, or 57. And we're at 58 and a half. 59 right there. This one's 58 that way and 58 that way. It's definitely out around when you hone it though. It's measuring around, but it's not round. You can see it's not a consistent hone. You can still see the milling marks in there too. See right there, it's hardly even honed at all, and over here it is. That tells you it's out around. Felt good on the bottom. It looks just as bad on the bottom as it is on top. Well, either way, it's. I'm going to crush a big bush in there, so it ain't really going to make that big of a difference. So we need a 61 on our bushing this time instead of 60, which I think is what we came up with last time, 61. That leaves me only 14 or 15 thou to work with. But worked last time, so we'll do the same again. big dent in there somewhere. I felt it. Alright, we're gonna make ourselves a bushing and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. Time to do some pressing. Alright, so we had this all honed out last time, I think. Just made the bushing. So it's a little bit smaller than the last one. The other one was 3 thou plus. This one should be 1.5 to 2 plus. When you measure with a caliper, it's at 1 thou smaller than the mic. The mic says it's going to be 3 thou press. 2.5 to 3, because this is 1 thou at around I got max. It's more like 59 is the biggest number I found in one spot. Most of it's 58.5. So this is 60.5 on the OD to 61 on the mic, and with the caliper it's 60. So we'll see. The two don't agree with each other. Common tools don't always like each other. Either way, if it goes in 5 tons of press, I'm happy. If it goes in 15 tons again like that, it's a little bit more we need to have. So I expect it's going to be the lower number than the higher number. As long as it doesn't go through at 2 tons, I'm alright. 2 tons will still work, but expecting more than that. Lubricate it with Loctite so it doesn't want to go in. I did not hone the ID on this, so it's going to be more to hone with. The class is like the last one. I didn't leave myself much to hone on the low side, and the high side I got to hone out 10 thou, so I'd rather have it 5 to 10 instead of 2 to 10 like the other one has. Should be alright, but more tricky. Alright, once again we're using our fancy Loctite here. 4,500 PSI, supposed to be the highest quality they make. Most holding power. It's oil tolerant, so if I get a little bit of oil in there, it's fine. There's not really any oil to speak of in anything, I don't think, but you never know. Okay, one side I did a more chamfer than the other, so that'll be this side. Okay, we're going to overhand that over there like before. So here's a little bit different direction, obviously, so move this over a little bit more the other way. Pressing tool. I thought I had it laying on top of here when I left. Great. My slug is missing. There it is. Could have a pressing tool, you collapse the bushing big time. Okay, going like this. Everything's flat. Appears to be flat. So now we're going to go ahead and get some big cranking over here and see what happens. There's 5 at the end. There we go. Perfect. There's about 3 tons on most of the distance there. Started about 2. 2 to 3, almost 3/4 away, and it started going about 4 and 5 at the end there. So that was much better than the other one. I was up to 14 tons, a little excessive. So this time the 5 thou on the bottom here is actually only 5 thou probably. The other one was 30 something thousands. Alright, so that should be pretty good. So now we got to do is drill the holes through here for the locking pin, which should be fine. Alright, I'm happy with that one. Much better than that first one. So you always got to screw up the first one to do a better job on the second one. Alright, we back.